Sometimes you just need a fresh start. It doesn't have to be scary. Sometimes it's just a reset and a return home to yourself.
Yep, just like that. Oh.
I'm so excited to be making over my patio space. I love coming out here in the summer to work out, to read, to work. But as you probably noticed, it needed some TLC. Like, I bought the covers off of Amazon to cover up the Wayfair couch. I bought covers for my fire pit, and they just would not stay on because you're probably noticing it's a wind tunnel up here. I have a couple of very unique challenges that I'm trying to solve with this remodel. One, some shade, because with the wind being so crazy, I cannot do an umbrella. My neighbor has tried and it literally ended up 5 rooftops over. So because of just how much wind comes in here, I want to make sure that I have a way to have shade because there's no coverage, which also comes into challenge number 2, which is the fact that I need to find pieces that are easy to cover or easy to clean, because the downside with the Wayfair couch, as much as I loved it, was those covers were not removable. So I had to wash them every time by hand whenever the covers fell off, which, as you can see, they inevitably did. And lastly is the lighting situation. I want this to be vibey. I want this to be comfortable, not just for me to come up here and have a good time, but also when I have friends over to party and enjoy. So let's redo this patio, because baby, this outfit may not be the right choice, but if you're anything like me, when something needs to happen, it just needs to happen. So let's get this stuff out of here, do a little bit of shopping for some bits and bobs before all of my things from room and board arrive, and we will lay out the space and you can see the transformation.
Clearing this space reminded me how good it feels to make room for something new. Sometimes the reset is just as powerful as the reveal.
It is delivery day. I am so excited. Out with the old, in with the new. The original furniture was this kind of adjustable chaise thing from Wayfair that I loved for a while, but just with the wood and the cover not staying on, y'all. Like, I bought 2 different covers off of Amazon trying to protect it, and as you saw, it was just not giving what it needed to do. So adjusting that over time with all the water and all the wear, the arm broke like several times on both sides. So I was just like making do. And then, like I said, with the covers, it was just so hard to clean. So I actually went with this armed chaise in this gorgeous green color. I'm very excited to see it in person. I'm really hoping it pops how I expect it to pop. And then I also want kind of a Grecian Mediterranean theme. I got to take my mom to Greece years ago, and it was one of my favorite trips because I loved the little beach clubs. That was the first time I'd ever been to a beach club or seen it, and they had the very cozy poofy chairs right on the sand. They would bring you drinks and have some sangria, and I was having a time, a whole time. So I really wanted to recreate that vibe, just again something very breezy and cozy. So these 2 chairs I got in a mist gray. I kind of wish they came in other colors, but I'm hoping because of the gray on the sidewall, it all comes together. Then I also got some very easy bone colored tables because I wanted to make a custom coffee table if I needed to, but then be able to move the tables separately as I have guests and entertain, plus some terracotta pillows to add even more pops of color. So I think they are pulling up right now. I can hear them outside. Let's let them in and we can see what we're working with, because I like to let the pieces sit in the space for a little bit and really envision how it's all gonna come together before I go shopping, because I don't wanna just buy things and then end up returning a bunch of things. I like to just see the space, let it come to be. That's honestly even how my bar cart is. You saw that transformation. I picked up a couple of things here and there, but over time I've now gotten more little bits and bobs and expressive pieces that I really wanted. So I am the type where I'd rather leave it semi-finished and slowly find the right pieces versus picking things to fill it out. But I think that's them at the door. Let's let them in and see the room and board pieces.
Oh, it's like that little ledge will get you. How are you today?
These are the covers.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah.
Yep,
Miradito. Miradito.
yep, just like that. Oh.
Okay, can we talk about how perfect all of that looks? The green on the shades, I am gagged. And the chairs are so comfortable and so soft, which is exactly what I wanted because you could also push them together to be like a second couch. Doing what it needs to do, and my Amazon stuff got delivered. So here's what I quickly got off of Amazon. Honestly, just replacing the things I already kind of had. I really love the mood lighting I had in the first one, so I decided to go ahead and order the same lights with the paneling. I'm hoping that this stays charged and works really well. We have had a lot of smoke and smog coming from the Canadian fires, so I want to test out to see if the sun panel is going to work well, and if not, I might just go back to a plug-in style. But I love the idea of just letting the sun charge these up, and then when I'm ready, having the lights, because the colors, they sync up. These are so fun for your patio. I also really love the curtains that I got last time to act as like a pergola. So because they're actually inside in my studio, which if you didn't notice, on the one side is actually a closet when I do my outfit videos, that's actually curtains that I have hung up to hide that. So it looks just a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. So I got these ones. They are number 918 in the cream color. They have ivory, but I feel like the cream is just so much more soft. And as you can see, it acts to just block the sun, right? And I get the really long length. I have the 50 by 120 inches because I need it to go all the way across. And I actually ordered 4 of these. I think I want to order 2 more because at first I thought I might just have a bunch all the way across the top, but I really do not love the side paneling. I really don't love the silver side paneling. So I put together this picture when I was trying to come up with like how I wanted to redo the space and the colors. And I was thinking about having some of the curtains be on the side of the paneling. One that helps to block out the sun because it will literally turn into an oven up there. But then 2, I think it's gonna be very aesthetic. But I'm realizing I only ordered 4 of these and I would like them on both, well, I would like them on both sides to be even, but I think I am gonna play around with how it looks just on one side and see. So I'm literally just gonna use like some basic safety pins because I don't have the patience to sew it, but just gonna safety pin this side to one of the other curtains because as you might remember from the first DIY, I have these really big magnets that look like this that I use to keep these up, which makes it so easy to take up and put down until I find a better pergola situation. Like every pergola I've seen, I need to buy stands, and then also the triangle sails, they just never seem to be the right size. So I do love this and I love the magnets because it's so easy. But I'm realizing I do need more of the outdoor command hooks for the lights because they fell off. So we're gonna run to the store. I think I'm going to hit up Home Goods and At Home just to see. I'm back and forth on some plants, and I also have been looking at a projector because that wood side, I feel like there's nothing over there. So in my mind, I might get a cute little plant situation for the corner to kind of frame that to be a projector space. You see where I'm going. You see where I'm going. And then I also do want to look for maybe a little pop-up table. I do love the idea of having a higher table to actually do my work on, like my laptop and stuff. So I want to find something like that so I can eat out there and work out there instead of like hunching over or needing to have the laptop on my lap to work. So that's the other last piece I think I want to find before we put it all together and you can see the final after. Y'all, when I say I'm excited, I'm so excited. Let me finish my coffee and we are gonna go head to the store. Not even going to comment on how frustrating this is. I am so tired of y'all trying to force holidays on me early because it is not even a week into August. I don't like this. I don't need. I think I want a tree though. Really love that these are already in potters because having to pick a potter to go with the plants, like this could be something. Okay, not for, I'm sorry. $300. And this is kind of what I'm looking for. Kind of like this. I don't think this is tall enough. Unfortunately, that was a bust. I was hoping at least for like the little half table. I know I wasn't expecting patio furniture. Also $300 for some fake plants. It's giving we're gonna go to At Home, and then we're also gonna look at Michael's because the plants aren't real. So $300 seems... I'll be bringing stuff inside, so it's like I don't want anything super heavy that I have to like lift up and bring in, because I know the fake plants, probably with all the weather that I get up there, probably not the best to keep them out there. And because of how much sun the terrace gets, I don't want to do real plants because, again, like they would just last for the summer and I'd have to replace them every year. So let's go see what else we can find. Very tempted at this idea because I feel like for $80, especially with all the birds and like pigeons that be out there, that could be really, really nice. I just don't think this is big enough that I would probably need 2 of these for this to be effective. Literally so distracted because I do not even have a bar to need bar stools, but how gorgeous are these brown bar stools? We are getting closer. I don't need this to be electric. Like, why are they making them all electric? Is that what we need? I'm not bad at this. $119. Okay, look, compared to $300 at TJ Maxx, $119. Y'all, we are back. I'm a little sweaty because my lady time is making me extra hot and it's already hot outside, but I did snag just a couple of things because, like I said, I'm not like, I need to have this finished right now. I just really want it in a place to look nice because I am shooting a campaign not only for Room and Board, but also for Smirnoff. So I'm very excited and I just want it to come together good enough, right? So the other thing that I picked up, of course, extra command hooks. The outside ones work really, really well, so I do like using these. I also saw that they had these kind of like clips. So my thought is to pair the backs from the outdoor with the clips for my curtains to make it easier to hang up. The other thing I'm trying to find in the meantime also might be magnets that have carabiners on them or clips or something like that on them, just to make it easier. Like, I really wish there was a way to set up a pergola that just was not gonna be super expensive. And the ones I've seen, because I'm gonna have the lights hanging up, trying to like wire it all the way down, I really need a setup that I just don't have. So we're trying to make some shake with what we got. The other thing I picked up, these really cute mango napkin holders. I actually want these to hold the ends of the curtains so that they kind of are nice and tied at the bottom, something like this. So I figured instead of just tying them in knots, this would add a cute little detail above them and just give a little bit more texture. And hopefully, if it's not too windy, like a little bit of an aesthetic sound, like not too much clanking, but just to add more texture to match the table that I did find. I did end up going with this. It was $60. I love the dark wood. I feel like it's gonna match really, really well outside. Plus, with inside in my apartment, I feel like this I can also use in the house. I'm actually really tempted to get another one because, as you can kind of see in the layout and what I had in mind, I'd love a space to actually sit and eat, not just with myself, but like if someone wanted to come over, we could have a cute coffee on the patio situation. And you're not like hunched over the coffee table and leaning back and forth. So I'm debating if a second one might be worth it, and then I could go ahead and sell the Target pop-up one that I have. I usually just use that to work on in the apartment, and then I will carry it outside to do some work. Because I also do have these ghost chairs that I've had forever, so that's like super easy to bring outside. Someone can sit there, kind of opposite of me while I'm on the chaise or something like that. So let me eat because I'm super hungry, y'all. It is already 1 o'clock. And then I'm going to put the lights up for sure today, see how I'm feeling about the setup in general, and then we will do a reveal so far tomorrow morning. This is my genius plan, is that I have these on the magnets maybe, and we're gonna try that out.
Yeah, I think these clips aren't gonna work. No.
Is this anyone else's favorite part? Because I love watching all the small decisions come together into something that feels intentional and like me.
So it rained last night, which I thought would be the perfect opportunity to show you guys the awesome covers that I got to go with all of the furniture and just how I'm storing it, because obviously with wood, this can get really rotted really fast with everything lying around. So these covers actually zip all the way around, as you can see, even through the bottom, which is really nice because then it keeps it nice and dry. And they have these really nice top handles. What I like about this cover that comes with the chaise is that it actually kind of has a bungee cord at the bottom, and the material is way heavier, so it's staying much better than whatever it was that I bought for my old chaise that was out here. And then I keep the pillows stored underneath so everything is nice and dry. We are almost done, y'all. I'm trying to find a way to add some shade to here. The couple of experiments I showed you failed so miserably, so stay tuned for that.
And here it is. Not perfect, but perfectly me. A reminder that a fresh start doesn't mean new everything, just a new energy. It could be a soft return to peace, to clarity, to yourself. If you're thinking about your own reset, big or small, I hope this gave you ideas. And if you're making space for the version of yourself that's still unfolding, I have a whole playlist with more apartment decor to help. Until next time, thanks for watching, and here's to the fresh start that feels like home.